There is one topic in healthcare that not many people relish the opportunity to talk about, and that is prior authorization. I haven't met many people who want to dive into this topic because it is such a painful area to address. So I was pleasantly surprised when my next guest was anxious to tell me about some of the work that they are doing in this space and some of the successes that they have achieved with their clients. Joining me on the program once again is Frank Harvey, CEO of Surescripts. He's going to talk about some of the success they've been seeing in reducing the amount of time it takes for their clients to get a prior authorization. Let's get to it.
Frank, welcome back to the program.
Colin, it's so good to see you. Thanks for having me back.
It's wonderful to be here, and I'm interested to talk to you about some of the unique work you're doing with prior authorization. Not a very popular topic, to be honest. Frank?
Well, it's not a popular topic because of all the issue it causes, but it's a popular topic to solve some of those issues. The biggest issue, if you think about prior authorization, it's the administrative burden it places on the physicians, on the pharmacy, and on the patients, and the delay it causes for patients from being able to get on therapy sooner. So at Surescripts, we're looking at these big systemic issues and how can we solve some of those? Square in our sights is prior authorization. So
I got to be honest, when I think about prior auth, I don't immediately think about Surescripts being involved in solving it. What have you guys been doing in this particular area?
Well, if you think about it, we're touching every one of those prescriptions coming through the electronic network. So we get a view there. So as the physician is writing that, there's generally alert whether it's a prior authorization or not require prior authorization. So because we're in the workflow, we see that and we're able to, again, talk a little bit about the pilot that we just are getting some results back there. Very pleased to talk about Cleveland Clinic and OptumRx. Again, we've got a great pilot that we're getting the initial results back with, and we couldn't be more pleased. It's taking a process that sometimes takes days down to 30 seconds. So within a physician's workflow, while they're writing their prescription electronically, it goes out, our technology approves it, pulls all the information in, it's approved. The pharmacy never knows it was a prior authorization because it's already approved. The patient is not delayed because they're getting it when they go to the pharmacy. So it's dramatic, the savings for the administrative staff, for the physicians, and again, then the savings to the patient getting on therapy sooner.
So I want to focus on that side because we have heard horror stories about prior auth affecting care or delivery because it can take hours, sometimes days to get that prior auth back, which of course means that the procedure or the can't happen.
Right.
You're taking it down to a few seconds. So that must have a very positive impact for both the provider and the patient.
Well, it's got a dramatic impact on provider burnout because again, you're taking more of that administrative task up. It's got a tremendous impact on the pharmacy because they're not having to call back to the physician. It's got a tremendous impact on the patient because they can start on therapy sooner. Sometimes being on therapy a day or two sooner can make the difference between the patient eventually being in the hospital or being able to keep out of the hospital. So again, it's a dramatic impact to healthcare being able to solve these issues that prior authorizations bring.
And what kind of work did you have to do to make it so it was so much more efficient? Did you have to work really closely with Optum and work really closely with the folks?
It really is a team approach. That's why the Surescripts Network Alliance, we pulled together again with Optum, with Cleveland Clinic, and we said, let's look at what the issues are. Let's take one therapeutic class initially, the GLP-1s. Let's look at the questions you're asking around those. Let's make sure they're all codifiable so our record locator exchange product can go out and pull in the right information. Let's make sure the questions you're asking are the right questions. They're the ones that are going to make a difference in whether you should or shouldn't approve. Because there are times when prior authorization drugs shouldn't be approved because there are more suitable alternatives. Patients haven't gone through necessary steps to, therapy, if you will. So there are times when prior authorization is the exact right thing to stop a drug and to cause something else to happen. But about 85 to 90% of the time, those drugs will make it through the prior authorization process. Let's just get it done sooner, within workflow rather than delaying a couple of days.
Gotcha. And so how closely did you work with Optum and your partners to make this happen?
Well, first, I'll say we're really pleased. We've got such great partners across the Surescripts Network Alliance. We worked hand in hand with them, both with Cleveland Clinic and with Optum, ensure that this was going to be impactful. Now we're spreading it across multiple different therapeutic areas and different products to have that exact same effect there. So
that was going to be my next question. Are you going to now roll this out to other therapy areas and other drugs?
Absolutely. It'll be over 20 therapeutic areas we'll be rolling this out to. And the savings across healthcare is going to be thousands of hours. Thousands of patients, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of patients on therapy sooner than they would have otherwise been.
What else are you working on, Frank, here at Surescripts? What other than prior auth, what's going on?
We're continuing. We think we have to be bold across all of our product portfolio. So looking at our e-prescribing portfolio, what we're doing with intelligent prescribing, structured and codified SIG there, what we're doing in interoperability, ensuring that, again, as a QHIN candidate, we'll be a qualified health information network going forward. Hopefully by the end of first quarter next year. Again, what we'll be able to bring to the practitioners with the additional data is going to be tremendous. We're also looking across data and data insights. Very important. With 24 billion transactions a year, and that's billion with a B, we have such insights into what are the right choices for patients, what can really make a difference, what are the impact we see. We can see drugs that are written but never dispensed. The patients never pick them up. So the insights we can gather from all of the data that we have are pretty dramatic.
Frank, always a pleasure to have you on the program. Before you go, where can people go to learn more about Surescripts?
Well, a couple places, surescripts.com, or go to our LinkedIn. Surescripts has a LinkedIn, or I have a LinkedIn. Look us up, and we appreciate it. As always, it's really great to see you.
Yeah, thanks for being on the program again, Frank.
I appreciate it. Take care.
Hey, I want to thank Frank for coming on camera and talking about their prior auth success. This conversation is giving me hope that maybe this topic won't be as taboo going forward as it has been. And hey, if you enjoyed this interview, please mash that like button and maybe even subscribe. Also, head on over to healthcareittoday.com where you will find more great content like this. I'm Colin Hung. Thanks for being here, and I'll catch you on the next video.